Hey guys, it's Daryl with ReadyProspect AI. Put together this short video that talks about how we help business-to-business clients connect and convert with more in-market buyers, including potential new customers who are looking for your services right now. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into how we help our partners get more leads for the clients. So the first thing we're going to do is identify who those prospects are that are visiting your client's website. So we're going to collect data on those anonymous companies that are shopping your business, visiting your site, even those folks who didn't fill out a form or book a meeting. So this is huge, and you'll be able to see up to 50% of those as a match rate who is on your site. Once we know who the company is, we can also match contacts of the employees who work at that company. So decision makers, C-level, director of marketing, director of sales, etc. We'll be able to push those sales leads to your team in real time. There's also a dashboard they can log in to see those leads. So this can all end up in their CRM. If the client needs a CRM, we can set it up for them. But that is the Web ID program, which is very similar to our consumer program, except now we're identifying companies and matching the names of employees who work there. Because so many people are logging on from their computer at work, we can't always tie it back to an individual who's behind that computer, but we can tell you who the key people are at that company, and we'll get into more about how that's important and why it's important to reach both the decision makers and those who influence the decision. So this next part you're going to like. This is identifying in-market buyers that haven't been to your website yet. So we're able to build lists featuring, again, contact data from companies who are actively seeking your products and services. They've been searching keywords, they've been visiting websites, they've had social media activity. All of these are signals that this company is in the market for the products and services that your clients offer. So they're in their initial research phase, and we'll talk a bit about how important it is to connect with those customers early on when they're beginning to decide who to work with. So once those names are captured, there's some different things we can do to help convert those prospects into sales. Now, of course, your sales team is going to reach out right away. Some of them are going to connect, some of them are going to make the sale, but other leads are going to need to be nurtured. And we can do that with email marketing. Putting every prospect into a multi-step email sequence. We can send direct mail, personalized postcards that can include a QR code to help link them quickly back to your website. And we can do some social and display marketing. Now, note here on target marketing, if you work with an agency or you have a corporate office that handles all this, they can take this data and do what they want themselves. So this isn't something we have to execute for you. And finally, if you have a client who needs help with following up on leads, our AI and marketing automation tools can certainly be an option. We know some of the larger B2B clients probably already have this in place, but with our AI voice and chat agents, we can instantly respond to inbound leads. Conversational AI. They sound like real humans. We'll talk more about them. Also, if your client is sitting on a cold list, maybe they have a whole bunch of leads that they're sitting on that never converted. We can let our AI agents take a crack at those leads and convert them into sales appointments. And finally, again, if they do need a CRM, we can set the whole thing up from end to end and help them not only nurture those prospects, but provide tracking for their sales team and how the AI agents are progressing in converting those leads. Let's take a minute here and think about the B2B buyer process, because this journey, the buyer journey, is more complex. 3/4 of these buyers are doing more than half of their research online before they ever make a purchase, not surprising. Many of them are influenced by social media. And when you think about the number of people that are involved, over 5 folks are involved typically in the average B2B buying decision. So this is why when we're pulling multiple contacts at a company and messaging all of them, we're trying to not only reach that decision maker, but the others that influence. In fact, many folks have received introductions to new vendors from others in their company. So the B2B buyer journey is a little different than consumer. And with the ReadyProspect program, we can make sure we surround that prospect and the influencers with your message. So a quick recap on how the Web ID program works. Again, we are capturing and identifying who that prospect is when they come to your site. We're bouncing the information we have against our huge database to figure out, obviously, who the company is, number of employees, revenue. We're also gathering contact data, who works there, C-level, VPs, management, and what products are they researching. And we're able then to alert you to this. And this can be a real-time update. So you're sitting at your desk, maybe you're in sales, you get an update that ABC company is on your website right now. And boy, there's no better time to follow up with them while they are interested. And it can be a real timely conversation. So that's how the Web ID program works. Of course, all this data can be piped into your CRM. We provide a nice dashboard for you to view the information. Now, the in-market buyers, these are folks that haven't been to your site yet. So initially, we're going to build out this target audience based on your product and service categories, your market terms, the keywords that people will use to search for you, your competitors. We're going to crawl the web and really start to look for the digital footprints of those folks who match your ideal target and their most recent activity. And again, that activity can be the keywords they're searching, the ads they're clicking on. Have they attended a webinar, downloaded a case study? We're going to know who is in the market based on their online activity. We're going to take that data, we're going to enrich that data, and the output is going to be a list of those companies, which we can then append the contact information to. So we know who's been to your website, but even before they've been there, we know the people that are in the market for your products and services based on their activities, and we can provide you a list of who to go after. So we've identified these lists, and we can enroll them in these various marketing programs. As I mentioned, the email drip sequence, that first email is going to go out within hours of their visit. Another big bonus is you're going to build a big email database. So each month we're collecting this data, building a prospect list for you that can be used for future marketing. As I mentioned, custom audience campaigns, social media, display, direct mail. We can send out a direct mail postcard, personalize it with the prospect's name, put a QR code on there, which makes it easy for them to find out more information, but it also allows us to track that offline activity. So it's a great way to increase your return on ad spend, lower your cost per customer acquisition. So target marketing, optional, but highly encouraged, because all those prospects are at various stages of the buying funnel. The marketing is going to help move them along toward conversion. Just to recap the AI, this is conversational AI. So these are real humans, or they sound like real humans, and we train them to talk about your products and services, overcome objections, special offers, and they can, as known in the business, provide that speed to lead, that immediate response to an inbound lead. We can also use them to reactivate cold leads. So again, if you're sitting on a lead list, you paid a lot of money for those leads, you spent money on marketing and SEO to drive inbound traffic, you captured them as a lead, but they never moved forward. Why not cash in on an asset you already own? And again, all of this syncs with your CRM or one that we can set up for you. Now, this will give you an idea of how we nurture those leads. That inbound lead, again, they're going to get an instant response, typically a text from one of our chat agents, followed up with a phone call, an email. We can do a voicemail drop, send them a postcard, and that sequence will repeat until they either become a prospect, an inbound appointment for your team, or they drop out because they've disqualified themselves. They're no longer actually in the market. The reason to use agents is really, there's a number, but back to that speed to lead, you are 8 times more likely to convert when you respond within minutes of that first contact. I saw a study the other day, Harvard put out a study that said most businesses in the U.S. take just under 48 hours to respond, which is crazy. The other thing is your sales reps get tired, right? They maybe follow up 2 or 3 times. The average conversion happens after the 8th attempt. So again, put our automation platform, put our AI agents to work. All right, well, thanks for listening to the video. For more information, you've got my contact details here. Give me a holler. We'll be happy to talk through the B2B program for your clients. And really, as we close here, when you think about B2B compared to B2C, B2B customers have a lot less sales pressure than your average consumer-based businesses. So this is a huge opportunity, and we look forward to helping you take advantage of it. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.